Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I am Mahogany Monae, and if you are new here, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a what I wish I knew about college video. If you don't already know, I am currently a senior accounting major, y'all. Your girl is almost out of here, okay? So in this video, I'm just going to be dropping a few gems and giving you guys some advice about college, because there's a lot of things that people don't talk about. So I just want to start by saying this is not one of those videos where I'm going to be telling you guys, oh, college is not worth it, all this and that. We're going to get into that topic right there and why people say that and how you can make sure that you're not wasting your time by going to college. If you plan on going to college, I'm here to help you. I want to give you guys some advice and kind of just tell you guys what to expect on your college journey. Okay, so if you want some advice from your big sis or maybe little sis, then make sure you guys continue watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell for post notifications. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So I have some notes on my phone or whatever that I'm going by. So I have like 5 main key topics that we're going to talk about, but I'm going to go into depth with each one. Number 1, you will change and grow so much during your college journey. Personally, guys, I feel like I've changed completely from who I was in high school, like in so many different ways. So when you're in college, you're around the age 19, 20, 21, 22, and these are major development years. People do work at different paces. We are all different, but you will see that so much in college. Like, just because you're in college doesn't mean everybody's going to be more mature at all. For me personally, I lived alone. I've had semesters where I was lonely, no friends, where I was sad. And I just want to let y'all know, like, during these semesters, like before I came to college, I was never really this religious person like that. Like, I always believed in God and I always prayed every now and then, but going through college, I've been through some hard times that really made me have a connection with God, and I just know how important it is to have God with me, because he will have you going through some things where you need him, where you will have no choice but to better your relationship with God, okay? Like I said, I don't want to scare anybody. I don't want to scare anybody off. Regardless, in this life, you're going to have to grow. You're going to go through things. And for me, it happened while I was in college. But yeah, I've had semesters of feeling lonely, no friends. I would cry. And friends, we're going to get on that later. But you know, during that time, I was realizing a lot. I do believe that there was a reason why I was alone at those times. There was a lot of things that I needed to learn and change about myself. And I'm still learning a lot about myself, you know? You will change. You will go through hard times. But please don't let that scare you. The hard times, like, what don't kill you will make you stronger. I promise. Like, the hard times, you will get past it. Just remember what you came to school for, you know? There's times where, you know, I'm in college and things in my personal life isn't going right, but you really have to be strong, and you really have to remember who you're doing it for, what you're doing it for, and remember what's important. Topic number 2, college is just like high school. It's like high school 2.0, like literally. The only difference is, you know, in high school you might know everybody in a high school, but in college you're not gonna know everyone. You know, it's so much bigger. But when I say it's high school 2.0, I'm not even kidding. Like I said before, like, everybody is not developing at the same rate or pace. I'm only 20 years old. Like, if you ever met me, like, a lot of people that know me, they'll tell you that I'm mature for my age, and I am. You know, just not to judge anybody, but there are people who are older than me, and you would think that like I'm embarrassed that you act like that, because we're so grown. But yeah, everybody has a little more freedom. I say high school 2.0 because in high school, like, you have mess, you got drama, and it's the same thing in high school. That's why it's very important that you remember why you came to college and you don't engage in any of that. Like, don't get me wrong, me and my friends, we might gossip a little bit, but like, you know, mess and fighting and all that and stuff, like, they do that in college. Don't let that be your route. You know, your main focus is you and your bag. You're going to school. You know, you shouldn't be out here fighting and arguing about dudes or whatever the case may be. Keep it cute at all times, okay? Coming out of high school, I kind of knew what I wanted in a friend. And everybody that you meet and everybody that comes into your life will not have your best interests at heart. And that's fine. But you got to know how to walk away and just step into your next season. I've had a few different, like, friend groups. I've went some semesters without no friends. And what I learned is, like I said, everybody is not on the same level of maturity as you. I've had different friend groups, and each one I didn't argue. We didn't fall out or anything crazy like that. Like, you have to be graceful, baby. When it's time to separate yourself from somebody, you can do that in silence. You don't have to argue. You don't have to do the most at all. And you always want to be open. You never know who God will send into your life. So you don't just want to be like, oh, like, I can't, like, friends are always weird. I don't want to have any more friends. Like, you don't, that's not the correct way to do it. But by all means, if you see that somebody is not your friend, you don't have to stay around them. You don't have to sugarcoat or nothing. You can just stay to yourself. And with that being said, when you start separating yourself from said friend group, people will, oh, you acting funny now, oh, you this and oh, you that, oh, you think you was too good, this and that. They gonna say anything. But just know you doing it for you. You doing what you needed to do for you, not for them. Topic number 3. Now, this is a really big one. Talk to your advisors. When picking your college, I know a lot of people, they think about HBCU, PWI, all this and that. Me personally, I go to a PWI. When picking colleges, y'all, I say don't worry about HBCU. Don't worry about PWI. The thing you should be worried about is your major and that school's program with your major. You know, I go to a school that has a great accounting program. You know, it wasn't, oh, I want to go to an HBCU, so I'm going to go here and do accounting, and the whole time their program is not even good. It's important for you to pick a school that has a great program for your specific major, because with that, they'll have people that's waiting to hire you when you come out. They'll have connections. Like, that stuff matters real bad. I don't really want to speak too much because I'm in the thick of it, but talking to my advisor has helped me tremendously, and it's given me the opportunity to move away before I even graduate. Now, I'm not going to get too much into it because, you know, you don't speak on stuff till everything is set in stone, but you know, that's great. Like, I would be getting paid more money than I've ever been getting paid just by being an intern. It's so important to read your emails and talk to your advisors. Those people are there to help you. Like, my school and my advisors, they have no problem with helping me. I know some people, colleges, they say they have problems with that, but me personally, I don't. That's why I say it's very important to do your research on these colleges, okay? Another thing, I got an email one day and my advisor was like, scholarships for business majors, blah, 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 do this. I went out on a limb, y'all. I filled out the scholarship and I got a scholarship. So now my whole senior year of college, I won't have to pay anything. That's another big thing, you know, do scholarships. Scholarships are there to help you. Make sure you're talking to your advisors. If you need aid, you need to email those people, because they're not going to reach out to you and be like, hey, I see that you're taking summer classes and you don't have any. They're not going to do that. If you see that the balance is really high and you really need this, you need to contact them and tell them. But this is real life stuff. I just emailed my advisor last week and told her, hey, I got summer classes. Like, is there any aid available? And she got me summer financial aid and a grant. Like, just email these people. They're there to help, literally. So I always see how people talk about colleges and scam, all this and that. I'm here to tell y'all, it depends on you. I don't know what world people are living in where they think, oh, well, as long as I go to get my degree, everything else in life will be handed to me. No, and their degree won't be handed to you either. So basically what I'm saying is, when you go to college, you have to go out there. You have to be involved. I could have been here and I could have been a senior accounting major and not emailing my professors and not have a paid internship where I can move away. I wouldn't have had that. You know, you just have to, you really have to take advantage to what's in front of you. If I graduate and I haven't reached out to my advisors, and they have all these jobs waiting for me, because like I said, I'm going to a school with a great program, but if I don't email them and tell them that, you know, I'm looking for a job and all this and that, they don't know. A closed mouth don't get fed. So college is definitely what you make it. When it comes to college being a scam, I mean, it is pretty expensive. It's expensive. But you know, for some people, college is the only option that we have, and I'm one of those people. And I don't want y'all to think that I'm saying you have to go to college to be successful, because we all know that that's not true. But for some of us, that's the only option that we have. And being that it's the only option that I have, I'm going to explore all opportunities. I'm going to talk to my advisors, and I'm going to be successful. I'm going to get out of here with a good job. You know, I'm going to do what I need to do. You don't have nobody going down your neck, oh, apply for scholarships, oh, apply for this job, oh, this and that. You have people saying, oh, we have this available, and it's up to you to go to their office and actually act on the opportunities. It's literally up to you. College is what you make it. So make it worth it. Okay, so topic number 4. You will have some semesters that are harder than others, okay? College is not a walk in the park, and I'm pretty sure y'all already know that. I will say the thing that makes college so hard to me is not really the schoolwork. As long as you go to class and you're trying to actually learn the material, and you're actually going to class and you taking notes, the material is learnable. And on campuses, they have like tutors and stuff. Well, I know on mine, but I'm pretty sure everywhere they have like tutors and stuff. There's a lot of sources available. So please don't ever just go falling under and think like, oh my gosh, like there is nothing left for me, because just reach out. Your mental health while in college is everything, and there's so many things that can affect our mental health, like personal life and stuff like that. But I find when my mental health is good, I do better in school. And I feel like that's the hardest thing about college, because this is our first time with like all this freedom. We got these friends, we got boys, it's just a lot going on, and we're trying to learn how we want to navigate all of this. So without a doubt, college can be tough, but you will come out a soldier. I honestly feel like the values that college have instilled in me, and not even like knowledge wise, like not even when it comes to school, but just surviving out here. I've really learned, like I've learned how to, I have my own apartment. I know how to clean up after myself. I have to learn how to cook. You just really get these life skills that you need. Like driving, I come from a small town, so you have to drive a lot more. Like if me and my friends and we want to go somewhere, one of us gotta drive. Like we don't have our parents here to do it. So you get so many useful life skills while in college. But I've had some semesters where the schoolwork wasn't that heavy, but because I was so down bad mentally, it was a tough semester. We definitely have ups and downs during college. There's been some semesters where I had to stay in the library for hours and hours into close, and there's some semesters where I don't really have to do that. It's important to talk to people who are in your class. Don't be scared to talk to them, and honestly, baby, you might find out some of them got the answers. You have to be a soldier in college, and a lot of people don't tell you that. And it's not just the work. Like you're literally turning into an adult. You're turning into an adult right before your eyes. It's crazy. You will cry, y'all. You will cry. There's been nights where I cried and cried. You got stuff due. When people tell those stories, they're not lying. You're going to cry. You're going to have those hard times. The hard times, they don't last forever, you know. The times where I have cried and I was feeling defeated, I can look back and say, I'm glad that's done. But you know, I had to go through it and I learned from it. So yeah, everything won't always look black and white, but you just really have to stick in there. And I've been broken down to the point in some semesters, like, you know, where I felt depressed, like I would cry, I know, like anxiety, like, and I can honestly say, and I don't want to sound like that person, but when people say that, they are real. The only thing that helped me out of all of that depression and anxiety and craziness was getting closer to God. Literally, it helped me out so much. And you know, that's not to say that I don't have bad days now, but just when you get closer to God and you know God and you know his word, it's kind of easier to navigate through the hardships of life. It really is, y'all. I wouldn't tell y'all nothing wrong. Like I said, without God, I wouldn't be able to get through this. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about semesters being harder than others. Like for instance, my last semester, spring 2023, what just ended, was considered to be the hardest semester for me. I was taking the hardest classes. This is the semester that makes everybody change their major from accounting to business or something else. And I got through it, y'all. And it actually wasn't even that bad, but you know why? My mental health was better, and I was with God. God was with me. He's the enemy. He had my back, you know? So it wasn't even as tough. I will say I've had worse times during easier semesters, but my mental health wasn't there. Okay, and number 5, this is the last one, but we finna get into it. Don't go nowhere. Do not go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I ain't even made my big point yet. Number 5, you will have to make sacrifices. You will have to make sacrifices, and you have to make sacrifices in everything in life, but I'm just telling you some sacrifices that you will have to make being a college student. So for starters, when it comes to partying, you know, college, everybody want to go to college to party and all this and that, and you know, it's fun. And I can say, you know, I was able to accomplish a lot while I was in school. I joined a sorority. I am a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, baby. The best way to navigate partying and school is to just make sure that you have all your work done for the week before you go to that party, and or get you a planner. You need a planner. You need a planner. You need to know what's coming up. Please keep up with your work. The parties, they're cool and all, but they're not worth your grades dropping and stuff like that. Because if your grades drop, like if joining a sorority or whatever you want to do, if that's something that you want to do, you won't be able to because your grades have dropped, because all you wanted to do was party before. Like, these people want people who are ready to do service, who are worried about their academics, you know, not partying. That's just a plus. So please keep your academics first. Please keep your academics first. The parties, they're gonna be there. And I did say that just make sure you have all your work done that week before the weekend, because parties are usually on weekends. But I go to a school where they start partying on Wednesdays and Tuesdays, and I got early classes on Thursdays. So you really just have to know your limits, you know. If you know you got an 8 o'clock on Thursday, and there will get to a point in your college career where you won't have the option to choose those late classes because it's buckling down, you know. And I had to have an 8 o'clock last semester. I didn't have a choice. I'm getting up there, and there's less choices for hours, you know. So sometimes you do have that's a sacrifice I had to make. I had an 8 o'clock. I had an 8 a.m. I had to learn how to wake up earlier, but you can do it. It's doable. But yeah, so if my friends want to go out to this party on Wednesday, and I know I got to get up at 8 a.m. Oh, I'm driving my car because I'm leaving at 12. I ain't even playing with y'all, you know. It is, you just have to have boundaries like that. Like, it's fine, and they should understand because they're in college too. But yeah, if you know you got something, drive your own car. It's okay. The saying broke college student is so real. Well, it is for me. I don't know if it's real for y'all. Some of y'all got rich parents and all this and that. My parents make ends meet now. Don't get me wrong. But being a college student, you will miss out on money. You know, a lot of times people get out of high school and they go right into work. And that's fine. But me personally, if I would have went right into work, I would have been right into working for the rest of my life, making that amount of money, you know. So I took a sacrifice, and I said I don't need to make that money right now when I can go to college for 4 years, 5 years, and I could be making so much more. If you decide to go to college rather than going straight to work, you are making a sacrifice, and the sacrifice is money. Like, everything that I need, I have it. Everything I need, I absolutely have it. Just being realistic, like all the extra stuff you're gonna want, like especially if you are a high maintenance girly, like you gonna want your hair done, you gonna want your hair done, you want your nails done, you want your lashes done, makeup, you gonna want these clothes, you're gonna try to keep up with the trends. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And you know, part-time jobs are always good, but you don't want to put too much stress on yourself. You don't want to put too much stress on yourself. So definitely get you a side hustle about yourself or a little part-time job. However you want to do it, just make sure it's manageable with your schoolwork. Academics are first. So that academics come before your social life, and it comes before whatever job you have, because you on a mission. You're in college. You don't want to be wasting anybody's money making bad grades and failing and stuff because you working. Like, you could have just worked straight out of school. You don't even have to come to college for that. And I say that to say, like, yes, you could work in college. Me personally, I work while in college, and you know, I got a little hustle by myself too, okay? So sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and a lot of times you'll see like students out on spring break, or you'll see a lot of people traveling and this and that, and it might make you feel down, but honestly, be true to who you are. If you can't afford it, don't go. You'll have time for all that. Like, we're all in college. We're all here for a higher learning. We're all here trying to make some money. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay if you can't do that right away. Please don't beat yourself up about that. You know, it's part of life. Sometimes you have to miss out until it's your time, and sometimes you gotta stay down till it's your time. Just stay positive, y'all. Do what you can do and stay true to yourself. Don't go broke trying to keep up with your friends because they want to go to Miami. You know you can't, you don't need to go. You know you have to pay down your credit card. Like I said, we getting grown. Like, we got credit cards to pay, we got rents, we got utilities, we got stuff to pay. We have to put gas in our car. We have to eat this week. You know, we're not at home. My mom's not making me a home cooked meal every night. Like, I have to eat. I have to feed myself. I have to make sure I eat every day. So just make sure you're being smart, man. You'll have plenty of time to travel and do all of that. You'll have plenty of time. Another thing that I want to add in, and this is probably gonna ruffle some feathers or whatever, because I don't really talk like this on my YouTube, but I feel like it's very important for me to tell y'all, being in college, you might not relate to the friends that you had in high school the same way. Everybody develops at different paces, and now y'all are in two whole different environments. You know, I kind of found, now I still have two really good friends from high school, and we're not doing the same thing. Like, one of them is in college, and one of them just graduated community college, but we're in, you know, we still have the bond. We don't have to be just like, your friends don't have to be doing what you're doing by any means at all. Y'all just might not relate anymore, and that's totally fine. It's totally normal. You know, you can still be friends with someone, but just don't force it. You know, y'all are in two different places in your lives, and you might come to realize that. I do feel like college prepares you for the real world. You know, like I said, you pick up some real life skills. So all of these topics I either had to learn or I just already abided by, and I just felt like I needed y'all to know so y'all can do the same. I followed them, and they really helped my college journey. Like I said, one of the biggest accomplishments for me so far was joining a sorority, and just my college experience has been, overall, it's been good. It's been really good, y'all. And even with joining the sorority, I know some of y'all might want me to kind of like speak on that a little more, but what I will say is, like I said, the stand to yourself and the friends and the not falling out and the not talking to all these boys who don't even really want you for real and who are all just young. Your image is everything. You know, your image is everything, and just being that way, it helps your image. You know, like when you're joining like these sororities and stuff, they don't want people who they feel like don't represent what their organization represents. You know, so for you to be someone who's, you know, to yourself, you got friends here now and then, but you're not messy and you're not getting into all that. You're on your academics, like you're the perfect fit. It's not about a social status or seeing who can be the most popular. But what I will say is, you know, your character is everything. Your character is everything. So you really want to make sure you're not so caught up in things you have no business being caught up in. Another thing that I really want to tell y'all is, like, when it comes to these boys, me personally, I found my boyfriend in college, and baby, we linked up one time, and ever since then we was together every single night, okay? But everybody can't do that. Everybody can't do that, and some people can, and I can, because let me tell y'all why. Even when I was with my boyfriend all the time and having a boyfriend and having friends, that's time consuming. But I tell you what, my academics always came first. I've seen so many times where, you know, you can get in a little, you got your little sneaky link, y'all linking up 24/7, and now your grades dropping. You staying with him every night, now your grades dropping. And even with that, like sneaking links and stuff like that stuff can affect your mental health, and that can be why your grades are dropping. But academics first, always. Please remember that, y'all. Don't have your fun, do what you need to do. Me personally, I can do what I want, because as long as I know that I've done my work and I got my work done, I'm free to do everything else. You know, if I don't have my work done, that's gonna be the first thing I need to do. I wanted to speak on it because like everybody have like their apartments and dorms and stuff, and there's no parents, so that's what goes on a lot in college. Like girls, they go see their man and they'll stay with their man, or however it may be. Might be a little entanglement or whatever, but just don't let that affect your grades, y'all. You got to be really strong. That's the thing about college. You really do have to be headstrong. So far, my college journey has been very, very fruitful. So I find that just being the way that I am has really been good to me and good to my college career. So I feel like this was really good advice that I can give you guys. Let me know what you guys think about the video. If you guys want me to make a part 2 or just speak on certain topics or whatever that I didn't speak on, just comment below and let me know, or y'all can contact me on Instagram, y'all, because college, you know, that's kind of my thing right now. If you're watching this video, I'm assuming you're probably thinking about college, or you are on your way to college. I do wish you guys the best on your college journey. College is not for everyone, but if you know it's your only way and you feel like you can do it and it's something that you want to do, you don't feel like that for no reason. You know, pray about it and act on it. You can do it, and y'all can always DM me or whatever the case may be if you guys need advice on anything. But don't knock it, y'all. College is not easy at all. College is not easy, but like I said, I've gotten so many benefits. You know, I'm by myself like all the time now. Like, I stay in my apartment, you know, I go home when I can, when I have time. But you really get to know yourself, and that can either look really tough, and getting to know yourself can look pretty depressing in the beginning. I know it did for me, because I was just like, you know, what's going on? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? But y'all can get through it. So with that being said, that was my last topic for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell for post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next video.